right to go first. Change in the weather. Eventually there will be a change that affects the result here.
Well, it's the first up for Brighton.
The main penalty taker. Who knows what's riding on this? It's a very isolated position to take a penalty in the shootout. Everybody else back on the halfway line. It's only the goalkeeper who's trying to spoil your evening. He's in the sidelines. The shootout starts now. And McAllister fires it home.
Fine penalty, fabulous to get your team in front. He hands it over to Sanchez now.
As Casemiro comes forward for Manchester United. All they can do is watch and hope. Here goes Casemiro, and he scores.
Well, he's seen and done just about everything, hasn't he? And he didn't look fazed at all.
Pascal Gross. In the Europa League final, David De Gea had to take one. Whether we'll get that far in this shootout, wait and see. Gross has taken penalties for Brighton before, but not with a perfect record. But that's as good as it gets.
Absolutely, Martin. That is a superb strike. Pace, direction, De Gea no chance.
Brighton then trying to do all they can to distract the opposition. It's now Diogo Dalot. Expertly dispatched the three we've seen so far. Dalot is going to a straight run up here. Unusual. Now a little shimmy to the side, and he went the right way, Robert Sanchez, and annoyed that he didn't get there, but it was hit hard enough and accurate enough by Dalot, and we're 2-2.
Absolutely, Martin. That was why it ended up in the back of the net. It's brilliantly struck with pace, giving Sanchez no chance to get across to it.
And that's the substitute, Dennis Undav. One or two moments where he might have edged the game Brighton's way. Short approach here. Here dances on the line. Undav, that's right in the corner again.
Brilliant accuracy. Has to be struck, certainly with an accuracy from that sort of short run-up, and he does. There goes the right way, can't get across to it.
Well, here is a brave young man, Jadon Sancho. With a happy history in this ground and to his country. It's almost as if he wants to put that to bed with a successful penalty here, and he's done that. Well played, Jadon Sancho.
Well done, young man. That is pressure of the highest order, and that is brilliantly dispatched.
Davis Estupinian. That's a word from Sanchez, maybe not even that, it's just a look.
And Martin, people say players shouldn't miss penalties. They'd have practiced them and practiced them on the training field, but not under this sort of pressure.
He looks nervous, Estupinian. Can he convert? The answer is yes.
Well, he waited for De Gea to drop to his right-hand side and then just pulled it back into the open side of the net.
Well, the longer it goes, the greater the pressure. And now it is time for Marcus Rashford. Brighton have scored all four. Manchester United have equalised each time up to 3. Rashford wants to keep that sequence going. Desperately wants to keep that sequence going. Robert Sanchez will have his own ideas. They will certainly prepped a Rashford penalty. Shimmy, a stutter, and again the job done with a certain amount of style.
And well done, Marcus Rashford. Once again, the penalties have been of the highest order in terms of accuracy.
David De Gea back on duty. Lewis Dunk, Mr. Brighton.
Mr. Brighton, no bigger moment than this in his career.
What will be the technique? Maybe a dink from Dunk. But I doubt it. He scores and celebrates with all those fans who adore him. And the pressure really on the 5th penalty taker, which is Marcel Sabitzer for Manchester United.
Well, all 5 converted by Brighton.
The cheerleader. It would be appropriate, I guess, certainly from Brighton's point of view, if his penalty was the winning penalty. But that to happen, Sabitzer has to fail here. He's a very experienced campaigner. International with Austria, lots of European football. Just
got a hand to it, Sanchez, but couldn't keep it out.
Well, the further down the list we go, you would say like a batting order, they're there for a reason. You're not in the top 5.
They're not the first choices.
Not the first choices, no. Well, one centre-back has done it for Brighton now, Adam Webster. Steps into the furnace of a Wembley penalty shootout. Then a short approach. Webster waits. Webster scores. 6 out of 6 for Brighton and Hove Albion.
And dare I say it, Martin, there's not been one that's been mishit in terms of the strike, and the quality of technique of penalties has been first class.
Weghorst lost a penalty shootout in the World Cup, having scored 2 goals for the Netherlands. He did score in his shootout escapade, but his team went out to Argentina. He's a pretty cool customer. Manchester United need him to convert here, and he does. Well, that's the perfect 12 penalties, 6 each. And we still can't separate Brighton and Manchester United in this FA Cup semi-final.
Well, it couldn't be any closer. It really has been outstanding penalty kicks from both sets of players.
Solly March on the march to the penalty spot. Been ruthless with taking the penalty so far, peerless.
I think it's just been Sanchez who's got one hand to one but couldn't keep it out. The rest have been dispatched perfectly.
There goes March. Oh, and he skied it. And Manchester United celebrate, but they've still got to convert. We've seen it before, one misses and then the other team does the same. It's Victor Lindelof. March distraught. Another light dunk who works for the club that he loves. And it kept on going. So Victor Lindelof to put Manchester United into the FA Cup final, already winners of the EFL Cup, and he's done it. It's a Manchester derby here in June. Brighton are distraught. The difference, one penalty kick. Clive Allen.
7 perfectly taken penalties, just one slightly missed kick from Solly March that has been the difference between these two sides in this FA Cup semi-final, that sets up a Manchester derby final.
There are people who say that these games go down as draws. It's ridiculous. The difference between winning and losing is never more emphasised than at a penalty shootout.